So welcome back everyone. This is the last part of my video to a skylark. I'm Dr. Nidhi Bhatt, Assistant Professor English from Bhanu Pratapji College, Kanki. Coming to stanza number 7. Now in this stanza, the poet is asking a question to skylark. But who are you? You don't know. What is like you? With which element we can compare you? Now, Shelley is giving an example of a rainbow cloud. The bright raindrops coming from that cloud, they are also uncomparable to you. He's telling the poet, telling the skylark that even we can't compare the beautiful raindrops coming from that rainbow with your music. We can't compare you with any great thing. So with your presence comes the rain of melody. That is your song. Your rain of melody means the song of a skylark. Stanza number 8. The poet is comparing the skylark to himself, or to every poet he is comparing, who is hidden in his own thoughts. Then the poet is comparing skylark's song to the hymns. Now what is the work of a poet? He makes people feel a type of sympathy full of hopes and fears. So here he has given this word he did not, to sympathy with hopes and fears he did not. Here he did not means not to care about anything. The poet is just he's feeling a type of sympathy which is full of hopes and fears. Okay, so he's not caring about anyone there. Coming to stanza number 9. The poet in this stanza is comparing Skylark to a high-born maiden, that is princess. Now, she's born in a palace and entertaining herself with music. Now, in these lines, poet is not very sure or very clear that whether the music which is coming out is of a skylark or of that princess. As she is very sad because she is having some bad experiences in love, so it's reflected in these lines. Now, stanza number 10. Shelley has compared the song of skylark to a worm here. Okay, to a glowworm we can say. In Hindi it's called jugnu. So it's a shining worm which is illuminating in a dell of dew. Now Shelley says that we can see the light of those glowing worm in the air, but we can't see them like skylark. Since skylark is visible, as skylark is visible, no, skylark is not visible. Huh? So in the same way, the music is coming in the poets here. In the same way, only the shining part of that glowworm is visible. In exact, actually, that worm is not. It's apart from the sight of the poet. Here, radial means air, and hue is used for the color. Stanza number 11. Now, in this part, Shelley is comparing Skylark's music to a rose surrounded by its petals. It's compared to a beautiful flower, rose. The warm wind is snatching the scent of that flower. So, warm wind is behaving like a thief and it's stealing or snatching the beautiful scent of the flower, and it's making the flower deflowered, we can say, without scent. Stanza number 12. In this part, Shelley is comparing the music of the skylark to spring showers, which is refreshing the grass and flowers with its raindrops. Now, these all things are giving joy, freshness, but the music of skylark is much more alive and greater than them. So, it's excelling in that music. Now, stanza number 13. Shelley is asking the skylark in this stanza to teach the people. Also, to the whole mankind, he wants skylark to teach the whole mankind. He is also asking that whether it is a spirit or a bird. The answer is asking from the skylark itself. That how are you singing so sweetly? What are your thoughts behind it? Then he admits that he had never heard such a lovely music, such a beautiful music, neither in the praises of love or in the wine. There is such an excitement in Skylark's song, which is overflowing like a flood, and it's very divine. Coming to stanza number 14. Now, in this stanza, Shelley is saying to Skylark that if he would try to compare the songs of the wedding or the victorious songs with its music, he can't compare them because they also seemed to be less effective and meaningless. These songs make us realize that something is missing in them. So such a beautiful and melodious tone and music is of Skylark's song that even such ceremonial songs can't be compared by it. Stanza number 15. And this Shelley is saying that he is very curious to know the origin of such happy songs of Skylark. He wants to know the source of inspiration that bird is getting. Does it comes from earth, sky, or the sea? Or the skylark is itself in love with its fellow bird? Is there any companion of that skylark to whom he is singing such a melodious song? Or any type of pain is inside that skylark, which even skylark is not knowing? So many questions are there arising in the poet's mind, and he has given in this stanza. Stanza number 16. In this stanza, there is an attempt to answer the previous stanza's question. Here he is focusing on the positive attitude of life. He says that the song of Skylark is very clear, and is very focused and full of joy, and that there is no sign of sadness and weakness. He says Skylark is such a joyous bird that problems and pain can't even touch it, even can't come close to it. The bird can feel the love, but can't feel the pain of love. Stanza number 17. In this stanza is quite philosophical in nature. Now he says that the skylark can understand and recognize the true nature of death while sleeping or in sense. It is having the idea of death, but it is fearless. The music of skylark is immortal. It is untroubled with the notion of death, unlike the human beings. If we human being come to know that death is there, we have to die, so we are getting very tensed, we are scared of it. But even the skylark is having the notion of, I think, death, but is undisturbed. So the skylark's music is crystal clear and pure. Coming to stanza number 18. Now this is very well-known stanza, as the opening lines are inspired by Shakespeare's Hamlet, Act 4, Scene 4. Now the Shelley is saying in these lines that humans are never happy because they always think either of the past or of the future. They are always in confusion. They are not living in present. Even the sweet smiles which are coming are also carrying some type of sadness behind it. We are afraid to live in the moment, and we are afraid that our sweet songs are mostly telling of our saddest moments. So it's like that. We are very different from that bird. Thought of death is always coming in our mind. Stanza number 19. Here Shelley is admitting that even if humans get rid of hate, fear, and sadness, then also we will not be able to as happy as the skylark is. So very lucky bird skylark is. No way we can match the level of skylark's happiness. We are human and we can't live without pain and sorrow, as they are a part of our life. They are becoming part of our life. Coming to stanza number 20. Now, Shelley is saying to Skylark that you are superior and your song is better than any type of sound. It is better than any type of treasure which we are getting from the books, the knowledge we are getting from the books. You are the superior one. Even the poets are nothing in front of its skill of singing. That's why people are jealous of you in the earth. Stanza number 21, this is the final stanza. And Shelley in this stanza is requesting personally to the Skylark. He is asking it to teach him the secret of his joy, positivity, and fearlessness. He wants the half of its joy in himself. The poet says that when I will sing a song like you, the same melodious music will come from my mouth, and the world will listen to me as attentively as he is listening to your song, the song of Skylark. So these are some wishes of Shelley in this final stanza. Now some probable questions which can come from your examination point of view. So here only one question is coming, that is critically you have to appreciate Shelley's poem To a Skylark, or it can be the theme of the poem To a Skylark, where you have to cover all the 21 stanzas and you have to make one full answer of it. So thank you students and very best of luck.